When it comes to one of your finished artworks, there are 5 simple things that you're probably overlooking that can really elevate your art. It might make it just look better, more professional, or even make it worth more money. In this video right here, I'm gonna share with you those 5 simple things, so here we go. The first thing you should consider is if you have a finished artwork there is you should really think about putting it in a frame. A frame does a couple awesome things. The first thing it's going to do is actually give it that finish and complete and professional look. It's actually gonna make it more modern, more appealing. It's gonna give off the appearance that it's actually worth more money, which you can actually charge more for the final artwork with the frame. But it also allows the person who's buying the art to actually truly visualize what it would look like on their wall due to the frame. It's actually easier for them to think about. Now make sure when you're picking out a frame, you're gonna find something that either complements the artwork with colors and style, or surprisingly, contrasting colors can work really well with a frame. Really think about lights and darks when you're picking out your frame. Hey, if you need to think about a cheap frame that's really gonna elevate your artwork, take a look at the top card right now to show you a good one, or better yet, I actually found a really cool floating frame company that's very cheap and affordable coming up in a new video real soon. That's just a little tease, so make sure you hit that sub button. Tip 2 and 3 are kind of a 2-for-1. Now, if you don't plan on using any frames for your finished artwork, I really recommend if you have an awesome art piece that you finish painting the railings and the frames on the sides, top, and bottom. It's actually gonna make your artwork look more finished, more complete, and more professional. Nothing's worse than when you take one of your artworks and you hang it on the wall and you see it from the side, you see all these sparse and patchy sides just because you were too lazy to paint those. And you sometimes forget because the way that your easel holds your canvas. Don't forget to let loose on those clamps and those holders so you can paint those sides to finish off the artwork. Now, if you don't plan on painting your sides, or if you don't like it, and to be honest, I kind of don't like it on some of my artworks, a great thing you can do for, let's say, level 3 canvases, something that sticks far out from the wall, is tape your rails and the sides of your frame. So that way when you paint on the canvas surface front and then you peel off that painter's tape or masking tape, you're gonna have these clean rails that look fantastic on walls that contrast the color to the white. Neutral grays, darker colors, something that's a little more bold, makes it look modern and sleek and more professional, and it will look awesome on the wall. Just a really quick note for any of you artists out there that take high quality photos of your artwork that are done in oil, acrylic, watercolor, whatever you want, and plan on doing digital prints, make sure you do something that's called full bleed, which actually means that your image is gonna go beyond the canvas rail sides, so that way it can wrap fully around, so that way when you hang it on your wall, it looks like a full, complete artwork piece. There's not just gonna be these white lines or, incomplete image edges there. You wanna do something that's called full bleed. Most print shops out there will walk you through it, but make sure you keep that in mind when doing printing. Varnish, varnish, varnish. I don't care if it's pour, spray, or brush. Varnish is one of the best ways to really elevate your artwork, to make it look better, and yes, get more money for your artwork. Varnish does so many good things. In fact, let's just list them off so you know them right away. Number 1 is it's gonna put a protective coating on your artwork, protecting it from things like grease, acid, dirt, debris that come from your fingers, or anyone else that's touching it out there. Really recommend it if you got little kids, or better yet, furry animal friends that live with you at home. Number 2 is if you keep your artwork near anything that's like a window or a doorway where natural sunlight's gonna hit it, it's gonna prevent yellowing because it stops UVA and UVB from tarnishing it over time. Another strong win. And perhaps the best one that most people overlook is if you paint with cheaper materials out there or even cheaper pigments, it's actually gonna help elevate the saturation levels in your paint. No joke. Check out Instagram, YouTube, or TikTok of anybody putting varnish on their final artwork, and you're gonna see that the saturation, the brilliance, and the vibrance of their artwork literally is 10x. It's amazing, so make sure you start varnishing. I don't know why you're scared to do it, just do it. If you're really worried about using varnish for the first time, I highly recommend that you use spray varnish. In fact, there's a video on it right above my shoulder. Whoa, almost fell backwards there. Caught myself. Number 5 is perhaps the most important one, and I wanna have a real talk with you. Yeah, you. Number 5 is all about utilizing social media. I actually really suck at this, but it's one of the best tools for any artist out there. I don't care if you're small, medium, or a big artist out there. Social media is a huge tool that we're all probably underutilizing. It's something that we can simply change to really have an impact on our art and, more importantly, on our brand. Let me tell you something really quick. If you're gonna spend a few hours, a few days, a few weeks, or a few months on your artwork, you really need to show your progress on social media. You really need to show the final result, because you're gonna get a following. You're gonna get people that are interested in you and your artwork. And when you start posting and building this community or following, if you will, or even just an audience out there, you're gonna get people that are interested in you. You're gonna get people that are interested in your art. To where you have finished pieces, people will want to buy them. People will share your art. People will consume your content based around your creative endeavors and adventures out there. It's something that can really explode you as an artist and start taking you to the next level. And you don't have to be graced by the hand of Da Vinci to make awesome artwork. Simple things do fantastic on social media. I'm really trying to explode and do better here, and I would love it if you can follow me on my social media accounts on Twitter and Instagram, this YouTube channel, and whatever platform I put down below in the video description. Social media is literally one of the best tools, and it's one of the most overlooked assets that you can use to really elevate your art, to get it more exposure. And you know what? You can even elevate your prices if multiple people are interested in it. Yeah, you can have a little bit of a bidding war. It's a good extra way to make some money. These right here are some of the most overlooked ways to really elevate, 10x, and make your artwork better. Now, if you're looking for more ways to take your art to the next level, well, of course, you gotta hit sub on that channel, which is down below. And while you're down there, leave me a comment, hit like, and you know what? Maybe even smash that super thanks. If you need any more tips, tricks, tutorials, or just general good looks from me and some more videos, take a look over to my side. I'll catch you all later, and of course, peace.